This film tells about the lives of disability people with their love stories and surviving the cruel world. A man named Simon was in a brothel when he received news that his baby had been born, but he didn't seem to care. The woman showed a list of photos of workers, but Simon was more interested in a list of photos of a disabled worker named Laura, 11 years old, blind, with good singing skills, and Simon couldn't wait to start exercising. After that, Simone gave her a gift of diamonds, which she placed in her eyes, and even though the girl couldn't see, Simone hoped she would be happy. 17 years later, a girl named Samantha had a very extreme disability and was really crazy because the mouth you see is the anus, while her mouth is located below. You definitely understand what I mean. Even though she has a strange physique, she tries to be like a normal girl, such as uploading the best selfie photos to her Instagram account, then watching television showing kissing scenes and thinking, "Can I kiss someone with my sexy mouth?" Because she was hungry, Samantha took very important equipment, and then confidently, without wearing a mask, she entered a restaurant. A waiter named Itziar approached and gave a menu list, which certainly shocked. Samantha received a notification from Instagram that her previous selfie post was deleted because it violated community guidelines for detecting photos in the gore category. She ordered chicken soup to Itziar, who was trying to hold back a smile. Then Samantha opened the sacred diary in which she wanted a normal mouth like a normal human being. Hey, of course, who wants to have an anus on their face? Itziar came back with chicken soup, and Itziar laughed maniacally before leaving there. Now it is revealed that this important equipment was actually used for eating because her mouth was hidden underneath. So, with the help of these tools, she poured the soup, which flowed easily, and don't ask whether she put it in the right hole or whether she chewed it or not. After that, Samantha left the restaurant, but when she will get into the car, suddenly two bastards approached to rob her, but were disappointed because they only found strange tools. Then they tried to harass this girl. Luckily, Samantha was able to escape into the car and immediately left there with a scared and sad face. She couldn't imagine being raped by two immoral bastards. But while on the way, suddenly she bumped something and heard a scream of pain. In another place, a man named Ernesto is looking at a photo of his girlfriend who has a disability face. He's using the photo to play fantasy with the little eggplant. Unexpectedly, his mother came and was shocked when she saw her son cooking eggplant with crazy fantasies, which made her very sad. Ernesto tried to apologize, but now his mother was angry and embarrassed about having a strange child, so she kicked Ernesto out of the house and never came back. Unfortunately, Ernesto doesn't know that his girlfriend is having an affair with Guillermo, who has burns on his face. Anna just wants someone with the same condition. Likewise, Guillermo accepts Anna because they both have the same physical condition. That night, Ernesto, who is now homeless, went to Anna's house hoping to live there, but he couldn't do that because Anna asked not to continue the relationship, because now she had found someone who would make her better life. Hearing this, Ernesto was very sad because now all his dreams had been shattered, and he had to go out into the cold of street life. Elsewhere, Samantha celebrates a birthday with her dad, and the candles have to be blown out loud. Check the sound. While eating, they heard the news on television that a car had run over a man's leg and then ran away, leaving the victim on the road. Her father was very angry. How could he leave a victim who needed help? But we know that the perpetrator was Samantha, who was silent in fear and didn't want to explain this to her father. Samantha received a gift from her father, which turned out to be a unicorn mask, thinking that his daughter would be more confident, but this was wrong because it actually made Samantha very sad and looked even more ridiculous. Move to Christian, the son of Simone in the first scene, who apparently left Christian at birth, caused Christian to have a mental disorder. What he knows is that if Simone has a mermaid tattoo on his arm, Christian is very obsessed with mermaids,
even though he has a normal physique, but he doesn't want his legs, thinking that he should have fins like mermaids. Christian's mother, who did not accept this, took Christian to a psychologist, but the two of them argued over this, causing Christian to fall from the wheelchair, and when his mother, suddenly seeing her son's legs were full of wounds, because all this time he had been trying to cut his legs. Christian leaves there with sad and hopeless feelings because no one can understand what he wants. So he decided to destroy his legs by lying on the side of the road. And when Samantha crossed that road and ran over Christian's foot. Before fainting, this young man smiled happily because his wish had been achieved, while Samantha ran away from there. However, the plan did not go well because finally, Christian has died. In another place, a woman named Vanessa, who has an abnormal physique, works hard as a pink bear at a television station, but this time she looks exhausted because it turns out she is currently pregnant and hopes that her baby will be born as a normal human being. But her X-ray results show that her baby will be born with the same condition, making Vanessa frustrated and decides to stop working. Of course, her boss didn't agree with this, so he brought money to persuade Vanessa to return to work, but Vanessa refused, explaining that now her life had been ruined. So the two of them argued and threw the money out of the apartment, so her boss tried to catch it but ended up falling and dying.
At the same time, Guillermo, who saw the suitcase full of money, immediately took it and told Anna all about the incident. Even though at first she did not agree and asked him to return the suitcase, Guillermo planned to carry out an operation using the money to return to normal. However, she don't agree with Guillermo's wishes, thinking that if he does the operation, she is worried that Guillermo will leave her. In the end, she decided to end the relationship with Guillermo, hoping that he will be happy with his new life, and now she will love himself more, living without other people. Elsewhere, Laura is still working in a brothel and still has the diamond from Simone. The restaurant owner, named Itziar, who often comes for Laura, now wants the diamond, but when he tries to steal it, someone suddenly opens the door, making Itziar startled, and he swallows the diamond quickly.
Perdón. ¿Estás bien?
Itziar tried to get the diamond out, but it wasn't easy, so she used an extreme method, using a shower that was inserted into a black hole, which in the end, the diamond managed to come out mixed with fertilizer. Because she felt guilty, she went back to meet Laura to return the diamond, but it turned out that Laura already knew the thief who had taken her diamond and gave the diamond to Itziar on the condition that Itziar would always accompany her. So Itziar sold the diamond to pay off the debt and bring Laura to her place. Simone returned home after finding out that Christian had died. She found a photo of himself showing a mermaid tattoo in his son's bag. It was revealed that the reason why Simone left his family for 17 years was because he was afraid that he would not be able to control himself, which might abuse his son because Simone had a mental disorder as a pedophile. But in reality, the path he chose to leave his family made Christian suffer because he grew up without the love of a father. Elsewhere, Samantha, who is very desperate, returns to look for the two previous bastards, and now she allows them to take and rape her. Samantha is sad, but that's what she wants because we know that her mouth in there, and they don't realize that this is a trap because Samantha brutally bit the eggplant until it broke off in revenge. After that, she immediately ran away, and while crossing a bridge, she thought her life was meaningless, so decided to commit suicide, but she was too tired to jump and fainted. At the same time, Ernesto was also going to commit suicide, but failed because he heard Samantha's cell phone ringing.
Hola?
When Samantha woke up, she saw a man who had saved her, Ernesto, who was very obsessed with a woman who had a disability and of course fell in love when he saw Samantha. Samantha felt the same thing because it was the first time in her life that a man was willing to love her. And finally, Samantha and Ernesto lived happily and became the most romantic couple who didn't need to question the sensation of that warm kiss. At the end of the film shows Christian evolving into a mermaid while sitting on a stone. He looks very happy because he has got the thing he most desires while living a new life in heaven. The message of the film
There is nothing perfect in the world because everyone has a different perception of how to judge things, because sooner or later everything will end. So enjoy your life and time as best as possible because you only live once. I am Fox, and thanks for watching.